Hi everyone, Rajee Narinesingh here, transgender activist, author, mystic, actress, reality TV personality. Oh, and by the way, what I mean by mystic is I'm spiritual. I'm a spiritualist. I'm a spiritual person. That's what I mean. And oh, I'm also a foodie. And spoiler alert, you all see I have something in front of me, so you know what that means. Pretty soon I'm going to be chowing down, honey. And if y'all can't take all of this chowing down, I just wanted to warn you. Anyway, lately I've been, trying to do stuff at home, like cook at home more. I've always cooked, but really, I'd have to admit, since COVID and this whole pandemic thing and being home a lot more, I have started to eat a lot of home cooking, a lot more. So I was thinking the other day, I'm like, God, I love soup. And I'm always buying soup out. Like, duh. Why don't I make my own pot of soup and I can eat on soup for a couple days or a few days or so. So I called my mom because she's always full of all the delicious recipes. Oh my God. And over this whole, I would say, last 3 months or so, I've been calling her and Mom, how do you make this? And Mom, how do you make that? And I have to say, I'm gonna pat myself on the back a little bit. I have to say, the recipes have been coming out pretty good. I mean, maybe not as good as my mom, but she's been cooking for years. But I have to say, they've been coming out pretty tasty, if I might say so myself. So the other day, I was asking her about her bean soup because she makes this really delicious bean soup. And I'm not really too much, I eat beans, but I'm not like a bean lover, but her soup is yummy, yummy, yummy. So I did that and that came out good. So then I was like, wait a minute. I'm like, Mom, I think I'll do chicken. And it's the same, seasonings basically. It's just that, you put chicken in it. And, well, chicken and actually some other things, and I'll go through that in a minute. But the type of chicken soup I made is more of a Caribbean style. It's more seasoned, a lot more flavorful than let's just say regular American chicken soup, which is okay. Or the matzo ball soup. That's really good, but it's not seasoned. It's more of a plain. And see, people that aren't used to eating this way probably wouldn't be able to know what I'm talking about. But if you're used to eating your food seasoned and with spices and all, then you'll know. You'll know what I mean. So I couldn't do the elaborate one that my mom does with the dumplings, and it's a whole process. I said, Mom, I'm not going to do that one. I want to do a basic, brothy chicken soup. So that's what I did. When I tell you, honey, 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 and it's hot. Mm, mm. Oh my God. Mm, mm. So good. And I wanted it more brothy than anything. So what I did yesterday, I bought the chicken. I got boneless, skinless chicken breast. And it was 3 in a pack, $5 and 60 something cents. That was a good deal. And they were pretty big. So I just used one for the soup. When I was marinating my chicken last night, I marinated all 3 breasts, but then the one breast, the biggest one, I took and I cut it into small pieces of chicken, really small. And the other breast I put in the freezer, and I can either, if I want some chicken in the oven or fry some chicken another day, I'll do that. Or this soup is so damn good, I might make some more soup in a couple days. So I did that. And then this morning when I got up, I took the chicken out because I put it in the freezer. So it really marinated overnight. And I took the chicken out. I took my onions in a bag out because It's just the easier way. I try to get the frozen onions because it's already chopped. And I mean, I'll chop an onion if I have to. Like, I'll cut an onion, but it just saves on the tears and all. So I took that out. And then I started to boil a potato. Potato. That's the Philly in me. A potato. So I boiled that. And so, and I boiled it for a while. So now, the way I marinated the chicken, and I gotta say, oh my God, this is so good. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. 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 Pita bread. Mm. The garlic kind. But just a half. Because anyone that's seen my recent videos about food knows I'm trying to cut down on my carbs because carbs turn into sugar. You know. Mm. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. So good. So good. Mm. Mm. So, oh, I need something to drink. Ta-da! I bet you all thought I was going to grab a Sprite. I'm trying to be a good girl. Just really cold bottled water. I like my water freezing cold. Sometimes I even put it in the freezer to get it just before it freezes. It's just so cold, and that's delicious to me. That's how I can drink a lot of water, if it's really, really cold. I'm sorry. I have to be a little more ladylike, right? Honey, I was thirsty. So, anyway, for the chicken, I seasoned it like this. I put a little salt, black pepper. I put some onion powder. I put a half a pack of Goya Sassoon seasoning. And, was that it? Yeah, I think that was it. And I mixed it together. So that was my seasoning. This morning, like I said, I took the onions out, so the onions de-thawed. I put onions in a bowl with garlic, like fresh garlic that I got in the bottle. I didn't have to cut that up either. Mix it together. So then I put about, like a mixing spoon of oil in the pot, a little heaping. So it was like, a little more than it, a heaping spoon of, and the big mixing spoon. And I poured the oil in, let it get hot. Then I threw the onions and garlic in, let that brown. Then I put the marinated chicken in. Let that cook for like about 7 to 10 minutes. Then I put my potato in, mix that up. And then I took the water that I had boiled the potato in, and I poured it in the pot. So you had like the flavor from that. And then I added a little bit more regular water and let that simmer, honey, for about an hour. Oh my God. And I put towards the end, a little hot sauce. And I used the Trinidadian buttocks hot sauce for that one. And just a little bit, like a few drops in. And then I put my carrots in. I shredded some carrots. And I put that in towards the end and let it simmer a little bit more. When I tell you, absolutely delicious. This is like a Caribbean style chicken soup. I forgot. After I put the tomato in, the potato in, I had chopped up. I cut up a tomato really fine, and I put that into it. I put some tomato in the soup. You all should really try it. Mm. And when I tell you, like, I didn't spend a lot of money. Like, what I would spend on buying soup out, I, like, got a really, literally, almost a whole pot for the amount that I would spend on, like, a thing of soup. I pretty much was able to make a whole pot of soup, you know? So, mm, 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 mm. You know, culture, I'm sorry, y'all. Mm. Culture is so relative because what's acceptable in one culture isn't in another. Now, in Korea, slurping is acceptable. Like when they eat their noodles, they slurp it up. That's totally socially acceptable. In China, it isn't. So if you notice, like when Chinese do it, they do it quietly. When the Koreans do it, they do it like... Oh, let me see if I can sit. No, no, no. Not gonna waste this, honey. Mm. Y'all thought I was gonna drink a Sprite. So cold. That's how I like it. So, you all should try making some delicious soup. It's soothing. And you know, it's something about chicken soup that's healing. Like, you notice whenever you're sick and you drink some, well, that's if your stomach isn't upset. But what I mean is, you take some chicken soup and it just, I don't know, there's like a healing quality to the chicken soup. Mm. So good. Mm. On that note, I think I'm gonna go get some more soup. Well, I hope I have a whole pot on the stove. But first, I want to wish everyone love, happiness, peace, good health, prosperity, and many wonderful blessings. Oh, and a really good bowl of chicken soup.